Today, we are trying the Abbey Young method on my 4-type, natural, curly, low porosity hair. Let's see if she's giving. Oh, this smells so good. First things first, what is the Abbey Young method? This method is a science-based hair care framework designed to minimize damage, maximize shine, and prioritize scalp health. Rather than a rigid set of rules, it's a system where you choose the step based on your hair's specific needs, mainly strand thickness, hair density, and scalp type. So as far as my hair, my strand thickness is coarse, but my density falls between middle and high. My scalp is a more dry scalp. As the week progresses after a wash day, it'll get dry and flaky, maybe even itchy if I don't tend to it, moisturize it, seal it, and protect it. So that's kind of what I'm working with. So for this routine, we're gonna follow the simplified version of her method. We're gonna do the 5-product routine. So this basically involves shampoo, conditioner, or hair mask, then a bond repair treatment, followed by a leave-in conditioning spray with heat protection, and then hair oil. I had a few items already, but for the recommended product I did not have, I went to the store, got a few of them, looked at some of her options as well, and finalized my 5-product routine list. So let's rewind back to shop day. So I'm seeing here, this is the Pantene Rescue 10-in-1 multitasking spray, and then we have some OGX. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the coconut oil or the Moroccan oil, but I think this one is going to be a good oil in comparison to the Kerastase. So we're gonna do this oil for that. And we're back. For my shampoo, this was my pick. This is the CeraVe Anti-Dandruff Hydrating Shampoo. Now, as I mentioned before, I have more of a dry, itchy scalp, so this is perfect for that. For my conditioner and or mask, I decided to go with the Dove Bond Strength 10-in-1 Serum Mask. For my bond repair treatment, I decided to go with this. This is the Redken Aesthetic Bonding Concentrate. It's a serum that you would apply post-shower, so I thought this was perfect. For my leave-in, I went with the Pantene Miracle Spray, the 10-in-1 multitasking spray. And then for my hair oil, I went with the good old OGX Argan Oil of Morocco Penetrating Oil. So these are my picks for the Abbey Young method, and it's time to just get right into it. I always start my routine with wetting every nook and cranny of my head with water for at least 2 minutes. This allows my hair to be properly saturated before I start shampooing. I used to not do this, but now I make sure to wring out any excess water. This allows for any product that I'm using to work better with my hair and really penetrate my strands. So we do that before we go into our first step, which is shampoo. This past week, I noticed that my scalp was a little bit more itchy than it normally has been. So I thought it was perfect to try this out and see if it helps my scalp feel better. And sure enough, it did. It suds up enough where it feels like it's cleaning my scalp, but it also is not drying. It did what it was supposed to do. As long as I make sure that I'm continuing to hydrate my scalp and seal it and protect it, I think I'm gonna be more than fine. One thing I want to highlight here is how I'm rinsing out the shampoo. I'm massaging my scalp and then I am gently tugging my hair down. This is to minimize tangles. This mask only really needs to stay in your hair for a minute. I kept it in probably like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Honestly, all the benefits, it's hard for me to see that within one use, but I will say I do think it reduced frizz and helped with detangling and also the smoothing. My hair felt a lot more smooth. So those are the 3 things that I noticed right away. And one thing I do want to mention is when applying my mask, I make sure that I part my hair and get in between. It's so easy to focus on the outside layers, but those parts parts are so important. So I let it sit, rinse it out, and then started the styling process. Alright, so the styling process was what I was a little bit unsure, nervous about, because I wanted to stick to the 5 products, but I wanted to make sure that my hair was going to come out nice and be properly moisturized when styling. So I went through different things. First, I applied the bond treatment, as you saw. I focused it on my mids and ends, and then I applied this Pantene spray. I made sure I got every part of my hair with this spray. I lifted my hair, parted it, I got it on the top, I got it on the ends, because this is the only leave-in that I'm using. So I had to make sure I coated my hair well. Then I decided to section my hair in parts. I wanted to make my twist smaller than usual because I wanted to make sure, again, that my style was gonna come out right. So here is my process. I sprayed water, detangled, then oiled. The most important thing was to make sure that I sprayed my hair with enough water and hydrated it enough before sealing it in with the oil. The moisture from the water combines with the silicone feeling of the oil gave me the slip that I needed and felt comfortable and used to having when doing my hair. Once I got that down pat, I then twisted my hair and we were good. I didn't feel like I needed mousse or some sort of styling gel or cream. I just really made sure I heavily hydrated, detangled really well. I then hydrated again with the water before applying the oil and twisting. And that was it. Good morning, y'all. To take out my hair, all I'm going to use is the same Moroccan oil. I'm going to coat my hands in it and just slowly take out each twist, so we shall see. I'm excited. So this is how the hair is looking. My hair smells amazing. Oh my gosh, it looks very tiny. And it actually came out good. Like, my hair doesn't feel dry at all. So let me style it, fluff it up. I don't really like wearing my hair like down, so I'm probably gonna do a nice half up, half down hairstyle, but we shall see. But this has been the result of my wash and go after trying the Abbey Young method. Now it's time to sit down and let you guys know all my thoughts about each product and the routine in general. First things first, this is definitely hydrating. Pretty straightforward. It works as any normal shampoo, but it is definitely hydrating. So if you are looking for anti-dandruff or you have an itchy or more dry scalp, I would recommend trying this out and letting me know if you like it or not. Then we went on to the mask. Okay, first thing that stands out about this mask is the smell. When I tell you this is the most amazing, y'all, this smells too good. When I first opened it, when I was filming, I'm like, let me get my shot. The smell just came out and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Why do you smell this good? I don't know what concoctions of fragrances they done put together to make this, but I need to speak to someone at Dove because they need to make some body mists like this. Oh my gosh. No, if you guys have smelt this mask, let me know what you think about it, because am I doing too much? Because to me, this smells so good. And just speaking of smell, the combination of these products has my hair smelling amazing. Like, any wind, any movement, my hair smells good. Like, I just be in bubbles, just clean. Going on to the bond repair treatment, I did this post shower. So this is kind of how I went about it. When it came to the post shower portion, I was a little nervous. I am so used to have a plethora of styling products and options following the shower to have my hair come out a certain way. Specifically, if I do a twist out, I really be feeling like I need my mousse, I need my gel because I want it to be defined and I want it to come out smooth, like all these things. I'm just used to a certain routine. So the idea of just putting this in, then just spraying a light leave-in, no like real leave-in to let my hair drink up, and then just an oil, I'm like, I don't really know how this is finna come out. Like, I'm nervous. So, but I was like, okay, let me just do it the way it is. And I'm pretty sure she said you can style as usual, but I was like, I really want to keep it to the specific routine. So what I did was I made sure that once I rinsed out the conditioner and to finish my shower routine, I made sure that my hair was wet. Usually I'll wring out my hair. I did not this time, and applied this to my entire head. And I really worked that in, focusing on the mids to the ends of my hair, because I wanted to make sure this did what it's supposed to do. So specifically with this, it says it's supposed to strengthen, repair, hydrate, shine, and protect. I liked the bottle itself. It's an easy pump out, warm it up, apply it to your ends. Very simple. You can tell by the bottle size you don't need a lot. So that's another thing too. With natural hair, I'm used to just using a lot more products, but I wanted to try seeing how effective it is to do less, but be more intentional with how I'm using it. So I didn't use too much of this, but I made sure I coated my mids and ends. Then it came to the real styling portion. At first, I took the Miracle Spray and I sprayed it on all over my hair. One thing that I really changed about my routine is making sure that I get like inside. You have hair all in here, right? So I intentionally made sure that I was parting, lifting, spraying, and getting everything in there, especially because I'm not using like a cream leave-in and really getting that in my hair. It's a mist. Then as I was actually thinking about how I want to style my hair, I was like, you know what? Here's what I think a better technique would be, because these are the only two products I have left to style this hairstyle. One thing that I did differently was I made my twist for my twist out smaller. Then I also, when it came to the side, I did it in half. So I did twists going here, coming down, and then twists going here, coming down. So I would take a twist, I then will spray a little bit of water, and then I would take the Miracle Spray. Spray the Miracle Spray towards really focusing more so on the ends of the hair. And then I will detangle. I use my unbrush to detangle my hair and get it fully detangled. Now, I already sprayed it throughout my whole head, so I didn't need to spray it again. But what I did was I came back with water and I completely kind of, I wouldn't say drench my hair, but I wet that section fully. Because when your hair is properly hydrated, that's when it's going to dry and look most defined. I went back with the water and I got it pretty wet to where you're seeing my hair form its natural curls and it's looking shiny and more hydrated because of the water. Once it was wet enough, then I took my oil. And I only did a little bit. Like, this is how much I used for my whole head. So I took a little bit and I fully made sure my hair was coated. And it gave that perfect slip, hydrating feel that I'm used to and comfortable with. It then looked hydrated. It then looked like, okay, I don't feel like I need mousse or my curl stimulator to give me that slip to then come out decent. So that's what I started to do. And that was it. That was the technique. Way better. So I did that with every single twist. Then I would twist my hair, curl the ends, and that was it. It feels light, fluffy, and it also feels hydrated, but not weighed down. Now, I want to see how it is as the days progress, because I do feel like it might get drier faster. But we shall see. Like, as I'm touching my hair, I do feel a little bit of the oil, but it's not greasy. So I think that's a good balance as well, because I'm sure that the oil sealed in that water that I had sprayed. But overall, if I were to rate my first time using the Abbey Young method out of 5, I would give it a 4. We love a good science-based routine that also gives us options. So as long as you learn about your hair, I recommend learn what your hair porosity is. And yes, you can have multiple porosities in your hair. Learn your hair density. Most importantly, your scalp type. What type of skin do you have on your scalp? Because healthy hair comes from a healthy scalp. And once your scalp is thriving, your hair is really going to be able to flourish. And literally all you have to worry about if you want growth is retaining length. Let me know in the comments if you've tried the Abbey Young method, and I will see you guys in my next video. Your girl has been on fire. I've been uploading. Bye.
Soft to the touch, let your hose on, let you get a handful, baby, she's a whole lot of woman. Soft kisses on some fat lips, it's yours, baby, you can crash it on me. Cash out on a